Dr. Gitanjali Saxena, Director, Institute of Holistic Sciences.
Feeling lucky, is it?
सबने चाय समोसा खा लिया? समोसा looked good. Was it as tasty? मैं भी खाऊंगी बाद में. So change is the only constant. परिवर्तन ही सृष्टि का नियम है, says the Gita. We've been listening since morning to so many change agents, speakers, thinkers. But the fact remains that change is something that happens to us whilst we are busy planning other things, living life, or being in our comfort zones. But that is topic of another day. Hello, my name is Gehna Mehra, and I'm going to be moderating this panel. Our topic given to us is Holistic Health, Nurturing Mind, Body, and Soul, a path to creating a fulfilling, balanced life. On my esteemed list of guests are Dr. Gitanjali Saxena. Quick fix. Introduce yourself, your claim to fame, starting with you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Gitanjali. I'm a psychologist with 15 plus experience. My claim to fame is, of course, I've trained under various international trainers like Dr. Brian Weiss, a brilliant past life therapist trainer, and doing Tasso International with Dr. Hans Thandem, worked with Trisha Kateno for Inner Child, and worked with Vienna for Theta Healing.
Come all of y'all. Thank you, Nidika, you're hiding behind, and Savneet for having me here. So now we go to round 2, where we begin our questions. The first question is for Dr. Gitanjali Saxena. Through your 15 years of colossal experience in the field of psychology, counseling, and alternative sciences, I'm sure you've worked on thousands of clients. What, according to you, are some of the common blocks and emotional patterns that prevent people from living a fulfilling, abundant life?
Thank you so much. There are many patterns, but the most common which I've observed, the first would rank as the low self-esteem, or the belief, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. And these are the beliefs a person, a child, develops either from the parents, school, peers, teachers. It can go back as to being history or genetic beliefs. Now, because of these beliefs, a person, in spite of being in abusive relationships, still continue to remain there. Being financially, broke, sometimes the pattern is good, sometimes there is no finances. All this they are attracting in their lives because of their beliefs. That's one, the low self-esteem. The second, which I have found through my practice, is a fear. You fear doing a lot of things. Like fear can be as simple as coming onto the stage and speak. So you have to conquer your fears. The fear, and some people like to live the life of being a victim all the life. And these beliefs, the core issues develop from their inner child, the childhood experiences, and it can be a very simple experience, but the emotions which go with it, the shame, the embarrassment, the guilt, the fear, which of course over a period of time get embedded as mental postulates, as well as they get embedded in different organs of your body, causing disease, causing them to attract the same situations over and over again. Then I said, being a victim, poor me, I'm not good enough, the world is against me. All these beliefs, if we see in a client, is what stops people from, and I was one of them. I remember in 2004-05, before I did my theta healing, I used to believe, it's going to happen this way. It will happen that way, because astrology said it, tarot said it. But the day I did my theta healing through Vienna's Table, it changed. So you are the co-creator of your destiny, and if it changed for me, it can change for you.
That's really nice. We all would like to believe in that. Begins now. We have just 1.5 minutes per person. So please keep that in mind when you answer me. Dr. Saxena, you work with so many healing modalities. How do you choose which one is the best for your client? I mean, is it based purely on intuition, or are there boundary conditions to each modality?
Yes, intuition plays an important role in understanding a client's problem, because every client comes with a different energy, different perspective. But of course, boundary issues are there, because one modality may not suit a client and one modality may particularly suit a client. For example, if we have a client with depression coming in, I would not go in for hypnotherapy or past life regression, even inner child work. I would use theta healing or a role play, a different kind of a therapy, because I do not want to overload the subconscious mind. And believe me, it really helps if you just listen to your client for 15 minutes. You automatically come to know the core issue. People may come to me for financial issues, but it could be a relationship issue at the helm of your finances.
I'm sure. This brings us to the end of the third round. We quickly begin round 4, which are tips. Each of you, 1 minute by the clock. Tip.
Tip, I would say, to keep things simple, indulge in some self-help programs which will help in your growth, which will help build your self-esteem. It can be as simple as yoga. It can be something as a hobby, something which will give you joy and happiness to bring more emotional fulfillment. Because once you have an emotional fulfillment, if that's what you're missing, then it will help you to lead a more balanced life.
Very good. That was superb. And to sum all of them, tip from me in one-liners: come, fall in love with yourself. Yes. So 2 minutes, 13 seconds before time. Nitika Bell, please note.
Thank you, our moderator, as well as our panelists, for the lovely discussions. Please remain on stage. I request you all to remain on stage. We would like to felicitate you. For that, I would like to call upon our guests of honor and our panel moderator, Gehna Mehra, to do the honors, please. Dr. Gitanjali Saxena,